Commander Tasha Zen, the Turin, personal log. Those idiotic yahoos screwed up the first contact protocols. They have the easiest job in the world and still managed to mess it up. All they need to do is say hello, shake a few hands, and leave some universal translators with documentation. Simple, right? Well, someone left an unlocked datapad in the welcome pack, and now the humans have access to the full knowledge of the Galactic Council. Second contact was usually an exciting assignment. Spending a year or so on a new planet talking to the best and brightest they had to offer in order to help them become members of the Galactic Federation, if they so wanted. Part of the job was also gently prodding them in the right technological direction for some of the more slower races. Second contact usually happened 5 years after first contact, in order to give the new species time to adjust and read all the relevant paperwork. Tasha hung her head in despair when she found out what had been left on the human homeworld. She questioned what could the humans possibly learn from it in such a short time. The datapad would be written in the Universal Galactic language, so while the humans did have a translator, it would still need to be integrated into their language first for the translations to work. This took between several months to a year to complete, depending on the complexity of the language. The first contact team reported that the humans had only reached minor technical advancements. They were still using liquid-filled rockets, junk and other debris littered their space orbit, and only one tiny space station has been built. They hadn't even left their home planet yet, except for a small trip to their only moon. Looking over the report, Tasha wasn't sure that we should have contacted them in the first place. There were still a few weeks of FTL travel before reaching the humans. Maybe she was worrying for no reason. We'll just have to wait and see. Tasha suddenly awoke to the sound of alarms blaring. The first officer, Tokra, was calling her on comms. "Commander, we have a proximity alert and received a request to dock." "Dock? Who from, and why are they wanting to dock during FTL?" Tasha asked confusingly. "It's the humans. They appeared right next to us inside our FTL bubble asking to talk. They have questions," Tokra replied. "They appeared so close and so suddenly that our proximity alerts had a heart attack, as did most of the bridge crew. There was nothing on radar." "We are meant to be there for another couple of weeks. What are they doing so far out for their homeworld? Never mind, turn off the alarms. Come out of FTL and have them dock. Bring them to my ready room. I'll be there shortly." Several questions raced around Commander Zen's head. Where the hell did they get an FTL drive? How could they sneak up on us so easily? They couldn't leave their own planet when we left them 5 years ago. What are they doing so far out? Tasha sighed. Second contact is not going to plan. After showering and getting dressed in her finest uniform, Tasha walked into the ready room. On one side of the table was her first officer Tokra and the chief engineer Kaya. On the other side of the table was a single, slightly disheveled and wide-eyed human. He was staring at everything in the room like a child in a sweet shop, not knowing where to look next, a large grin across his face. "Welcome to the Turin. I am Commander Tasha, head of the second contact team. How may we help you?" The human focused his darting eyes on Tasha. Hello, hi, yes. Sorry about popping in so close to you. Still trying to get used to my shuttle. I've only been driving it for a few days," he continued. "I'm Dr. Avery Shelton, the lead scientist working on the FTL drive data within the tablet you left with us last year. My team and I have been very busy indeed. There are many such teams working on different subject areas. We're all very excited. It's got rather a lot of wonderful information. We have a few questions, though." Tasha deflated. This is not how second contact was meant to go. "We will be in orbit around your home world within a couple of weeks, Doctor. How important are your questions that you would build and fly what looks like your first FTL ship, just to meet us early?" "That little thing is not our first FTL, oh my, no. It is just a little runaround shuttle we have on Earth that can be hired. We've been building and improving your FTL designs for about a year now, and have hundreds of ships and shuttles available. Your tablet helped us in the beginning, but we have made so many improvements for your designs, they are almost completely different. Smaller, faster, and more efficient. We are honestly surprised that you managed to get around at all with the deficiencies in your designs." Chief Engineer Kai almost choked at this. FTL drives a huge beast, taking a team of 10 to 15 engineers to ensure they run smoothly, and here was a single human running one in a small for-hire shuttle. He had questions of his own. Many questions. Dr. Shelton continued. "First off, We wanted to know what happens when an FTL drive is steered into a black hole. We've been taking bets.